The modern world is full of social media applications that have become some of the most powerful tools of communication. These include such social media platforms as TikTok, Facebook, X, and YouTube that are designed to enable instant communication between the speaker and their audience of millions of viewers. These platforms are powered by algorithms that favor content that maximizes engagement, so it often gives more weight to emotional, controversial, or shocking content rather than factual reporting. As Andrew McLaughlin explained, social media systems effectively reward propaganda, which allows fraudsters, fake news pushers, and other kinds of propagandists to gain influence online. This has created an environment where misinformation can travel faster than truth. Governments and political organizations have noticed the influence of social media on public opinion. Concerns about TikTok highlight how platforms can be used to shape political views and spread propaganda. Lawmakers said China could use TikTok to spread propaganda or misinformation to the American public and influences American political debate. TikTok is owned by Chinese company ByteDance, and many U.S. officials worry the Chinese government could manipulate users' data and content. Those fears eventually accumulated in legislation that would require ByteDance to sell TikTok or be banned in the United States. The controversy over TikTok demonstrates that social media is no longer seen as a mere entertainment, but as a powerful political weapon that can sway millions. Extremist groups and conspiracy theorists also use social media to spread their ideas quickly and effectively. The internet amplifies the hateful voices of the few to reach millions around the world, testifies George Salem of the Anti-Defamation League. The online community is a vehicle for extremists to find new followers, push radical ideas, and plan campaigns that would have been more difficult to stage before. Journalist Andrew Martins warned the brutality that germinates on the internet can leap into the world of flesh and blood, showing that online misinformation can have real-world consequences, including violence and political upheaval. Events such as January 6th Capitol attack show how conspiracy theories and false claims online can have real-world consequences in society today. Another factor that makes social media so effective when it comes to spreading misinformation is that many people tend to spread unverified information. Stories that spread like wildfire through social media are usually ones that elicit emotions and make you feel angry and fearful. When the story goes viral, it becomes difficult to undo the misinformation since millions have been led to believe that the information was true. There is also a danger of being trapped in an echo chamber by algorithms that show us only these stories that we believe in any way. One of the biggest debates about how misinformation on the internet is whether social media companies should protect free speech or delete harmful content. Advocates of a more aggressive moderation argue that companies have a responsibility to prevent the spread of dangerous misinformation. However, critics hold that greater moderation amounts to censorship. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, maintained that there is a need to continuously stand for free expression, even where speech may be divisive or unpopular. Critics point out that granting enormous tech firms the discretion of determining what type of information goes online leaves them with too much power in controlling public dialogue. The Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, maintained that 4 or 5 corporations should not have the capacity to delete anyone from the internet platforms. Some critics argue that rather than censoring fake news, companies should engage in debates through factual information since they may exercise discretion based on political interests. The topic of misinformation can be directly related to propaganda, since propaganda uses selective and often emotional and misleading information to change public opinion. Propaganda can be disseminated through social media much faster and on a larger scale than traditional media can accomplish. The political sector, extremist foreign powers, or even individual influencer accounts may take advantage of social media platforms to manipulate the perception of their viewers on critical issues. Ultimately, it is possible that social media will enable the spread of misinformation and propaganda as a result of algorithms favoring engagement. It's reach across the world, and instant impact it could have on the opinions of individuals. Information will spread very quickly, and falsehoods may very well dictate how an individual thinks, votes, and acts. The problem facing society now is how to perceive freedom of expression without allowing it to be abused.